Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Marcel and I'm looking forward to practice with you today. An intermediate flow, it just means that if this is your first yoga class ever, then probably this is not the right option for you. But otherwise, I'm sure you can do it. We have the option to try a handstand, but that doesn't mean you have to necessarily do it. And we just flow through a Vinyasa class. So I hope you're gonna enjoy this class. Before we start, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, to hit the like button, and whenever you're ready, grab the mat and let's practice. So today we start in a laying down position. Make yourself comfortable in a shavasana. Don't fall asleep right away. Don't make yourself too comfortable. But allow yourself to rest, to arrive on your mat. Start to relax your feet, your legs. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, relax your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders. Feel your arms getting heavier, sinking deeper into the mat. Just a few more breaths. Starting the asana practice with silence, maybe with gratitude. You can think about 3 things you're grateful for while relaxing your shoulders, your face, your jaw. One more deep inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, release. Alright, open your eyes, open arms to the left and to the right. Bring the right knee to your chest, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, twist to the left side. You can place the left hand on the outside of the right thigh, gaze through the opposite shoulder to the right side. One deep breath. Inhale back to center, change to the other side, left knee to your chest. On the exhale, lower down, gaze to the left. Just make sure that your spine is still in one straight line. One more breath. And slowly back to center. Hug the knees to your chest. You can make small circles, massaging your lower back. If it's comfortable, you can also just hug the knees to your chest and press them closer to you, but keep the lower back on the mat so you feel some engagement, some work in your psoas muscle, in your hip flexor. So actively pressing the lower back into the mat while pushing or pressing the knees closer to your body. You could also do a happy baby if you're ready for that already, but be gentle with yourself, with your hips. It's totally up to you what version you're choosing. Always try to make your own choices in life, no matter what the teacher is saying or doing. Always try to listen to your own body first. And then start rolling forward and backwards if it's comfortable. If you have problems with your spine, you can just sit up. Just a few rounds of rolling the spine. If you're doing this class in the morning, this is a great way to start your day by rolling. Maybe next time you also use a tennis ball, do some fascia rolling. And then we all meet in a seated position. Cross your legs, sit up nice and tall. Just again, 2 twists, one to the left, one to the right. So inhale, lift your arms up. On exhale, right hand on the left knee, left hand behind your back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. On exhale, twist, abdomen, chest, shoulders, gaze over the shoulder. Inhale, find more length. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, release. Arms up on the inhale. On the exhale, same to the other side. So remember, on the inhale, we lengthen. On the exhale, we start twisting from the abdomen to the chest. Gaze over the shoulders. Inhale, find more length. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, release the pose. And now we're doing some spinal movement. Cat and cow while being seated. So on the inhale, you're lifting the chest up to create this lordosis, this backbend shape, lifting the chest and look up. On the exhale, chin to your chest, round your spine. So this would be your cat position. Inhale, tilting the pelvis, lifting the chest, look up. On the exhale, chin to your chest, round your spine. Keep doing this a couple of times in your own pace. And then slowly come back to a neutral position. Now we're moving the spine, the chest area, with some spinal movement. So first we're starting easy with rolling the shoulders back. Not that hard, right? Rolling them forward. And now we're trying to do the same movement with our rib cage. Rolling. I can't even describe how to do it. Just maybe you can also do a belly dance. I can't actually, but I cannot do it. Don't get me wrong. Try to move to both sides, moving your spine. Maybe some music would be useful here. All right, and come back into a normal position and find your first downward facing dog. So roll forward, hands on the mat, step back, down dog. Maybe you need some movement. Make sure to press your hands into the mat to spread your fingers so the weight is equally on both hands. I love to move my hips from side to side to also feel the stretch on the latissimus dorsi on the side of the back. But whatever feels good to you, like I mentioned before, you always know best. So as in the description it's written for intermediate, what is an intermediate student? I wouldn't say someone who could do a handstand or someone who can touch the toes. I would say someone who can become present in a moment, in a pose, who can, know when the asana feels right and when something is not wrong, but maybe not anatomically right, to adapt the position. So it's your choice to always decide how hard, how deep you want to go into a pose. There are always modifications. Slowly try to find stillness in your down dog without movement. Settle down, deepening your breath. And then slowly start stepping forward, small steps in between your hands. Bring your feet together, bend your knees, let your arms hang heavy. Maybe you move them forward, backward, or grabbing your elbows, moving from side to side. Releasing the tension in your neck by saying yes and no. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, open the mouth, release. Let the arms again hang heavy to the sides, bend your knees, chin to your chest. On the inhale, slowly roll up. Take your time. And we all meet on top of the mat. Let's do one round of Surya Namaskar to warm up. Let's do Surya Namaskar B to get a little bit heat in our class. So inhale, bend your knees, lift your arms up, gaze in between your hands, chair pose. Exhale, straighten legs, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, hands on the mat, step back into your plank. Try to hold here for a little. Straighten the arms, roll forward so you're on your big toes. Feel the engagement in your scapula, in your shoulder blades. On the inhale, shift your weight forward. On the exhale, with your knees or without, slowly lower down. We find a laying down position on the belly in the first round. Always like to do some core or actually lower back work here. So place the hands beside you, facing down. On the inhale, lift the chest up. Gaze down to your mat so your neck is nice and long. Keep pressing your toes into the mat. to engage your hamstring muscles to keep your lower back safe. On the inhale, a little bit higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down, the hands beside your chest, push yourself back, child's pose with the arms forward, and then find your downward facing dog. Bring the feet together on the inhale, lift the right leg up. On the exhale, slowly step the right foot in between your hands, closer to the right thumb. Make sure the knees over the ankle. On the inhale, lift your arms up, high lunge. You could also do a warrior 1, totally up to you. On the inhale, straighten the arms more. On the exhale, both hands on the mat, step back and do another vinyasa. So shifting your weight forward. On the exhale, lower down. You decide if you want to do chaturanga or laying on the belly, upward facing dog or cobra, and through child's pose or directly into your downward facing dog. Left side, feet together, inhale, lift the left leg up. On the exhale, slow, controlled step in between your hands. You decide how you place the right foot. On the inhale, rise up, high lunge. On the exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back, another vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep ujjayi breaths. So deep breathing into the abdomen, up to your chest, to your shoulders. Try to press the heels equally into the mat. One more breath. And bring the feet together, bend the knees, gaze between your hands, jump or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, lift your arms up, keep your knees parallel, chair pose. And exhale, hands to your heart center. I hope you are ready. Maybe you want to interlace your fingers and warm up your wrists a little bit. Always feel free to try out handstand if this is in your practice. If not, then just make it part of your practice. Try it out. It's all about staying playful and having fun, right? Of course, it's not necessary or mandatory. You decide how you want to practice. All right, we start with our flow. On the beginning of the mat, you decide if you want to bring the feet together or slightly apart. Just make sure they are parallel to each other. Let's go. Bend your knees, lift your arms up, chair pose. Lift the right heel, or maybe the right foot. Keep your knees bent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right foot down. Lift the left heel up, or maybe the left foot. For 5, stay low. 4, lift your arms. 3, 2, 1. Both feet back on the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, maybe you want to step back, but make sure to bend your elbows. So otherwise, the whole pressure will be on your lower back. We want to avoid that. Do the vinyasa, and we just meet in downward facing dog. In your down dog, bring the feet together. On inhale, lift the right leg up, bend the right knee to open the hip, and gaze through the right armpit. Make sure that your arms are still parallel. Keep pressing the left heel into the mat. You decide if you want to stay here or maybe flip your dog. Wild thing. Left leg straight, lift your hips up. Remember, this is a back bend, not a side stretch. Keep pushing your hips up to the ceiling. If you're in this wild thing pose, try to come into a side plank, maybe with the right leg lifted, maybe on the right foot, it's no problem. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly step the right foot next to the left hand. Keep the left hand down, the right arm up, gaze up to the right hand, come into your left fingertips, and then slowly rise up into your twisted high lunge. So the right knee is over the ankle, the upper body is perpendicular to the floor, and you try to rotate, gazing over the right shoulder. Keep breathing, stay present. Maybe bend your knee a little bit more. Keep your body up nice and long. Deep inhale.
On exhale, twist a little bit more. Inhale, look to the front. Start bending the right knee even more, shifting your weight forward, coming into this twisted half moon. So maybe you touch the ground with the left hand. The hips are still closed like in a warrior three, and the right arm goes up to the ceiling. Point your toes or flex the foot, totally up to you. Maybe you want to use a yoga block. You can keep the standing leg straight or bend the knee. One more breath. Slowly start to bend the right knee. Gaze forward, bring the right hand down. Left knee up to your chest. Slowly rise up, strong and controlled movement. Hands to your heart. And then try to catch the big toe, your left big toe with your index and middle finger, the right hand onto your hip or maybe to the right side. And start straightening the left leg to the sides. Maybe you need to keep your left leg bent, it's totally fine. But try to engage the standing leg, engage your buttocks. Look for drishti, a gazing point. Your gaze is steady and relaxed. Maybe you want to straighten the right arm, totally up to you. One more breath. Bring the knee back to your chest and then see how slow you can step back, a big step, slow and controlled into a low lunge. How slow can you go? Nice. Inhale, lift your arms up. On exhale, move your hips down and forward. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open the chest to push the elbows to the back, and maybe a slight back bend here. But keep lowering down your weight, down and forward for the hip stretcher. Hip flexor stretch. Sorry, today my English, after filming German classes, it's always a little bit confusing for me. One more breath. On exhale, shift your weight back, release your hands, come into a half split Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, halfway up. On exhale, lower down. Stay active in your right foot. Keep pointing your toes to stretch the gastrocnemius and the soleus in your calf muscles. Shoulders relaxed. One more breath. And then slowly start shifting your weight forward. Hands on the mat, tuck your left toes, lift the knee, and you have two options here. Option one, standing split, lifting the left leg up. You could also try to place the right hand on your ankle, or maybe both hands, making this a balancing pose. Or maybe making this an arm balancing pose, and handstand actually. We're shifting weight forward, hands in shoulder distance, index fingers facing forward, arms straight, and maybe you try to find your momentum where you're kicking up. This could be your exercise to do these scissor jumps, and always trying to land softly, bending the standing leg. Or maybe you find the momentum where you stay in the air. Some days it's easier, some days it's a little bit harder. And then do the Vinyasa in your own pace. We all meet in a downward facing dog. All right, ready for the left side. Bring the feet together and inhale, lift the left leg up. On exhale, bend the left knee, gaze for the left armpit. Keep your arms parallel. You decide if you want to stay here, or maybe flip your dog, wild thing. Lift your hips up into this beautiful back bend. Maybe you come into a side plank, lifting the left arm up and the left leg. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly step the left foot forward. I lost my mic, 1 second. Left arm up to the ceiling. Make sure that the right leg is straight, so you're pressing the right heel away from you. Gaze down to the right hand, come into your fingertips. On the inhale, rise up into your twisted high lunge. Left knee bend 90 degrees, upper body up, and start twisting. Keep lengthening from the right fingertips to the left ones. Keep twisting, keep breathing. 1 last breath. Slowly shift your weight forward. Touch the right hand to the mat if you want to. Lift the right leg up. Left arm still up to the ceiling. Into your twisted half moon. Hips are closed. It's more like a twisted warrior 3. One last breath. And then slowly start bending the standing knee. Bring the right knee to your chest. Left arm goes down. Slowly rise up. Hands to your heart. Right knee to your chest. Find stillness. Catch your balance. And then try to catch your big toe with your index and middle finger. Left hand to your hip or to the left side. And start straightening the right leg to the side. To keep your knee bent is totally okay. But the standing leg is engaged. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release, knee back to your chest. And then slow and controlled step back into a low lunge. Inhale, arms up. On the exhale, move your hips down and forward. Again, interlace your fingers behind your back. But now the other hand up. This feels kind of awkward, I know, but we need to keep the balance. Keep lifting the chest. Slight back bend if you want to. On the exhale, move your hips down and forwards. Deep abdominal breathing. Become present. Try to feel the stretch, the sensations. 1 last breath. On the exhale, release your hands, shift your weight back. Inhale, halfway lifts. On the exhale, fold into your half split. Stay active in your left foot, but relax your shoulders. Lower down your heartbeats using your breath. One last breath here. And then slowly start shifting your weight forward. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee up. Both hands on the mat. Option 1, standing split. Lifting the right leg up to the ceiling. Maybe want to bring one hand to your ankle, maybe both. Or maybe you try again to do the handstand hops. So your standing leg is bent, the other one is up in the air. And you almost kick up until you find the momentum. Keep your arms straight. Don't worry, nothing can happen in a handstand. It's actually the safest inversion, in my opinion. Safer than a headstand or a forearm stand. Maybe you find momentum. Maybe you can stay up a little bit. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Vinyasa. We all meet in the last downward facing dog for this class. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, open the mouth, release. One more time. Deep inhale. Exhale, release. And slowly lower your knees down, untuck your toes. You decide if you want to stay on your heels Or maybe lowering your forehead down into a child's pose to calm down. If you're in a seated position, roll your shoulders up and back. On the exhale, relax. And try to observe your thoughts. Maybe you have tried to do the handstand and it didn't happen today. Try not to judge. See it as part of your journey. Everything goes step by step. Maybe you have the time to think about another area in your life where you're putting pressure on yourself for no reason. You don't always have to see the whole staircase, you just have to do the next step. One more deep inhale. On exhale, open the mouth, release. If in a child's pose, slowly come up into a seated position. And then open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you are as ready as I am now. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, then please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and maybe even tell your friends about this opportunity to practice for free. This would be a huge support. And if you are looking for longer classes with me, then check out my Patreon channel. The link is in the description below this video, where I have handstand trainings, like a 1-week handstand trainings program, different workshops, masterclasses, fascia training, yin yoga. Hopefully everything you are looking for, so go check it out to support this channel. I can't wait to practice with you again. Take care and Namaste.